Hi, I'm Sarah with Primed for Health Whole Health Coaching, and in today's video we're going to talk about fat whoosh. No, fat whoosh! Don't sue me, Batman. Okay, so fat whoosh, what it is a process in our body that happens when we're losing weight. But I think it's really important for people that are trying to lose weight to know about it, because it can cause you to plateau big time. And you'll get discouraged and think you're not losing weight anymore and just go back to the way you were eating. And that's no bueno, right? You want to keep on moving forward and reaching your goals. So let's explain fat whoosh. So when you put fat on your body, when fat is stored, triglycerides get put into fat cells. And so the fat cells are holding on to the triglycerides. And when you start to lose weight, when you put your body into a caloric deficit or however you're losing weight, those triglycerides get released from the fat cell to be used as energy. But as the triglycerides are released, water fills up the fat cell, and so the fat cell retains its shape. So the triglycerides are being released, you're losing fat, you're actually putting it into your bloodstream to digest, but here the fat cell is filled with water. And the fat cells do this, and they hold on to that water until your brain says, okay, we can release the water. And that is the whoosh. Isn't that a fun name, the fat whoosh? When all the water just gets released out of those fat cells, the fat cells shrink, and thus you get skinnier. Those fat cells aren't as plump anymore. When the fat cells are holding on to the water, I guess the fat can be kind of squishy. It goes from being a firmer fat to squishier. So think about like a memory foam mattress to a waterbed, maybe. You know, it's firmer and then it gets squishier. And so the fat can look a little uglier when it's filled with water. But don't worry about it, because once the water releases and the fat cells shrink, it firms up. It firms back up. So it looks better than it did when it was the squishy fat. So the process of fat whoosh can take several days. One of my coaches that I learned about fat whoosh from, she had a 4-week plateau, and then within a couple days lost 10 pounds because her body just released all that water out of the fat cells. I believe that when this happens, you do have to pee more, obviously, because you just have more water in your system. So you'll pee a lot, but you'll also lose weight really quickly. So if you are on a weight loss journey and you experience these plateaus, know that's just part of your body's process. It's cool. You're not doing anything wrong. Don't let it discourage you and drive you back to what you were doing before. Stick to the protocol you're using, and just know that the fat, the triglycerides, are getting released into your bloodstream. You've just got to wait for that water to get released out of your fat cells. And then you'll see the shrinkage and you'll lose some weight off your body, and you just keep going from there. So that is fat whoosh. I hope you enjoyed that explanation. I find it pretty fascinating. I think it's something pretty cool our bodies do. Oh, and one more note. So when the fat cells are holding on to the water, they're primed to accept triglycerides back in. So if you plateau and you get discouraged and you're like, I'm going to eat an entire chocolate cake. Well, your cells are there already, still fat. Let's do this. Let's fill them back up, because I've mentioned this before. Our cells are programmed for avoiding starvation. They always think starvation is coming, and they're always prepping our body, which is just a storage container of food, really, to get more energy and to store more energy. So when starvation hits, we're cool. We can survive it. We know that starvation doesn't really happen anymore. We've engineered our food culture so that we have food at the ready all the time, but still our cells work off that process. So that's important to know. And just remember that your fat cells, they aren't going to shrink immediately. They're going to hold on to water, but once you whoosh, you'll lose that weight. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can email me, Sarah, SARAH, @primedforhealth.com. My website's primedforhealth.com. On my social, Instagram, Facebook, and my YouTube channel is Primed for Health. And I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.